we have other issue like the timesheets or something that we can, if you can show us how the people, when they ask us the charting, if these people was working, what we can show them, because they want to see what they did, the time they get in, and what they did, what kind of work they did, like medication, for give them food, something that's showing that they charted correct, and for that day, for if they ask us a specific person, we would like to see how we can get that kind of report.
Sure, and we do have several reports that we can talk about.
Beautiful. The one last thing is also some people, they don't get their medication, Geritol. They get it from Walgreens. You told me last time we can set up a connection with them, but they say they never hear something like that unless we do manually.
Yes, Walgreens and some of the very large pharmacies like Walmart are not wanting to play with us. And so we may not be able to have a Pharmacy Connect integration with them. Okay. However, you'll still be able to manually enter their meds and chart them.
Good, beautiful, okay.
Manually.
Okay, very good.
All right. One thing I wanted to mention also before we get started, well, it looks like you have entered a lot of information and it all looks wonderful. Looks like you've been doing a lot of hard work. So congratulations on getting that accomplished. That was a lot of work. I noticed that Lydia does not have any roles that she would need as an RN. So we'll need to assign her the correct roles that she'll need in order to be able to do her job and her charting in our tasks.
Okay, sure.
Do you need any help with going over how those roles are added?
Yes, please.
Okay. Maybe I'll stop sharing. Now you can go to your our tasks screen, and we should be able to see your log.
From here, or should I just go here? You see me here?
Yes, perfect.
Good.
Okay, so now if you go to your admin campus.
Yeah, I am, but I cannot see it. I don't know what this thing is.
You might have to, you might just have to move that. Sometimes those little video windows get in our way.
So should I just click this here?
I think that would
drag it.
Oh, somewhere.
Or you could, there you go.
Okay, all right. Now I'm admin right there.
Yes, so then if you go to profiles and choose staff, and if you go to Lydia's staff profile, and on the bottom left there where it says security.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just start at the top here. I know login and access, I believe she has access. So do you see where it says provider type, and then underneath that it says login and access?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so she does have access, and she has access to all 3 campuses. Now if you click resident data access, okay, so now she will need, if you want her to be able to enter and update resident information, add medication services, complete her assessments, all of that, she would need all of these roles. And then I don't know if you want her to have any staff data access. She would, if she needs to do staff supervisions in our tasks, she will need, let's click open that tab. She would need, is that staff notes, Heidi?
I think that she will want to be able to, what is she needing to do?
For the RN, in order to do staff supervisions, does she need these?
I think she does. And I think she'll want, since she is supervising staff, so staff data entry, and I would say staff notes as well, and staff roles probably, simply because the nurse really has to have the ability to
check these people if they're doing the right way. Yes.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and check those boxes then.
I did.
I don't know if the screen is frozen, but I'm not seeing any movement on the screen anymore.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, what about if I go back where I was before? Can you see here?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. Okay, let's go back into security there. There may be a few more roles that Lydia will need. Okay, so we did the resident data and we did staff data
Let me
access.
see, we did it, yes, here, and we did the staff data, yeah, everything is, he remembers, okay. Faxing
And then
file, what about the faxing and the files?
Yes, because you will be
Yeah.
getting our fax.
Oh,
feature,
yeah,
correct?
very good, it's already fixed that one. Okay, where should I go back again?
Nope, not yet. Down there it says other roles.
Other roles, okay, good.
Okay, so she is going to need those roles that say prospects. And if you want to give her the manager or supervisor role, that would allow her to be able to do some different things as far as she can, she'll be able to log in and access our tasks from anywhere and manage. Does the supervisor role let them manage the note types? I know there's been changes recently, Heidi, with managing.
That's 411 role, so.
Okay. All right, so then activity setup on the left-hand side. Well, yes, the emergency downloads. If there was ever an outage, she would be able to go on this vault.rtasks.net and download some different reports. And you don't have our billing right now, correct?
No.
Okay, so activity setup, then she could set up an activities calendar and manage that. Contacts will allow her to add and edit contacts for the residents. Campus director, that would be if you only had one campus, but you actually have 3, so let's uncheck that one, and we'll check the one to the right that says regional director. There you go. And then in-service record keeping, if you want her to be able to, if you guys have any staff meetings or in-services,
Yes,
she could do that. Okay. That looks good. So now we can either click back or do you want me to walk you through processing the Pharmacy Connect medications, or how
Yes.
would you like to? Okay.
Yes, let's fix that guy if he's something wrong.
Well, we were gonna go, I don't see anything else wrong, but I do want you to be able to.
Fernell Greyer is not connected. On a 15th house, 2446, 15th, one client is not connected with the pharmacy.
Yes, I will show you that. So if you go to where it says today, in that top black toolbar, it says profiles, clinical, and today. And if you click plus more, now you have the option down at the bottom on the right hand side under the administration section. You see where it says Pharmacy Connect on the right hand side down. There you go. So this is telling you that these are 2 residents that the pharmacy has attempted to send us information on, but the system has not allowed it to go through because there may be a slight difference either in maybe spelling or a comma or the date of birth.
No. One of them we're gonna discharge them today. So Holston is not there.
Okay. So Holston is not there. You can click ignore there.
Okay. What about the other guy?
Judith, we'll do that one next. For now, if Stephen Holston is no longer there, you can click that red ignore button, and then it's going to ask you to confirm that step and make sure you are wanting to get rid of that information.
I already confirmed it. What about the second guy? The second guy we never had somebody. Huh?
So is Judith one of your residents?
No. No, she never been. No, I never remember somebody like that. Judy Ray. No, I never had. Huh?
The private.
Oh, private.
Oh
She's
yeah, she was one.
yeah, okay, then ignore this one too.
Yes, if she's no longer there or was never there, you can ignore that one.
Yes, never
So
there.
so if you are expecting information from the pharmacy through Pharmacy Connect and you don't see it, it could be on this page, and you may need to match the resident to the resident in our tasks.
But
and
the other guy, we just correct his date of birth. So right now looks fine. He's not here.
Okay, and that's through the Geratown Pharmacy?
Yeah. Let me check it. The restaurant and see what's going on. I can show you where the issue is. But I have to change my profile, right? Or I can go from here too.
Well, I think the screen is frozen again because I'm not seeing anything happen on here. Can I share my screen and I can kind of walk through a few things with you?
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you wanted me to log in my account?
I can show you a few things on mine and then I can.
Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna just go to one of your campuses here. Do you care which one I start in?
2446, yes.
Okay, it's gonna be the same process in every campus. So we will come here to where it says residents and we can see their profiles and we can see.
Grayer now is connected, yeah. Because, okay,
Yes.
now it's connected, yeah, because he understands what I did.
Perfect. So what we will do, this Pharmacy Connect tells us how many medications have been sent over.
Oh, that's how many medication were. I was thinking the ID. I was thinking this their ID, but that's how many medication. Okay.
Yes, that's how many medications there are for the nurse to process. So I'm going to click on to their profile, and down here by medications, you see that same number. So we'll click medications. And we had gone over entering medications last time. And did you have any questions on that before we start with the Pharmacy Connect?
No.
Okay, so we'll click here on this Pharmacy Connect, and it's going to show us these 19 medications that the pharmacy has sent over. As you know, this is what they have on file that the doctor has ordered. And basically what you are going to do is go through each one and you're going to compare it to the doctor's order that you have. Do you have this residence chart that we could go through a couple of these medications?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's
Right now we have it.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so are you ready for me to start so we can compare?
Yep.
Okay, so you can just start at the top here. So if you click on it, and I just, you just click, anywhere in between these two gray lines, it's going to open up what the pharmacy has sent as what they have on file. Shows you it was imported on November 1st, the medication ferrous gluconate, 324 milligram tablet. And the instructions that the pharmacy has here is take 1 tablet by mouth once daily, 30 minutes prior to a meal with water only.
That's the scheduled one.
It's scheduled daily.
What is that? Is that the scheduled one? What is that?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
it's
scheduled one.
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
No, all I will ask you, do you have that one? That medication?
Yes.
Fairness on our system.
No, we don't have it.
So why we don't have it?
Move closer and see.
Is this a medication that your resident is taking?
I don't know if they have a different name. What is
In
that?
our system, we don't see it in there.
Okay,
but
do you have like an iron tablet?
Yes, we do have, is it VRM maybe?
No, it is scheduled.
This is scheduled.
Just scheduled.
That is your scheduled one? Scheduled one?
This one here says it's scheduled for once daily, but that's where you have to compare your doctor's orders and see if this is an active order for this resident before you add it.
We don't see that
No,
one.
we don't have that one.
Okay, and you don't have like an iron tablet?
Sama. Fisher fiber, that one, Fisher fiber.
What do we have here then? What do you do with some?
No, we don't have any iron tablet here.
Okay, good, that's it all.
But one thing about that resident is all her medications are self-administration.
11-1.
She would?
All her medications, she administers them by herself. So probably maybe if she got it and we're not aware of
Oh,
it yet.
she takes her medications herself.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we should probably, you might want to check and, double check that if
Yep.
she's on this one. Yeah, I'm not going to process that one yet. We'll start with a different one.
Okay.
Can you look at this list here and tell me if there's one on this list that you have on your list that you know she is taking?
Yeah, the fluconazole, she has it.
The tablet or the spray?
The tablet, even the spray, she has it too.
Okay. Okay, so this is, we're gonna look here and we're gonna compare what the pharmacy has sent us with the order that you have from the doctor. And then we're gonna, we have 3 options here that we could choose from: update existing, add new, or reject an order. Update existing would be if we already had medications on her medication list, we would have the drop-down options and we could choose it if it was, a matching medication. Since she doesn't have any medications yet in our tasks, we can list this as, process it as adding a new medication. So I'm going to click this button. Then a few more fields will open up here. And you can choose whether this is a scheduled medication or an as-needed medication, just like when you add one manually. You will choose the date and time this will become active for your staff to be able to give. And again, this is not the date and time that it is to be given. It's just the date and time that it shows up on the Today screen for staff to be able to see to administer. If there was an end date and time, such as an antibiotic or something that had us...
Hold on 1 second. This one,
Sure.
if they want to schedule right now, we have to put it just 1 hour before. Like, if we want to schedule right now, you put it 1 o'clock. You see?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You, very good memory there, Jana. That
Okay, good.
was wonderful. I did forget to say that. Yes, if you want this to be able to be seen immediately, you'll have to back it up an hour
Wow.
because the system automatically will just put the time to the next full hour.
That's the full hour, so you can give it to them. But if you want to give them in the future,
then-
then you can put it another time. We already talked
And-
about last time video. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and then you could choose your end date and time if that pertained, say, for an antibiotic or something. And then you will choose if this is going to be given daily or less than daily. If it's going to be given maybe more than daily, twice a day, 3 times a day even, you would still choose daily and you would just choose as many times as you needed to be able to give that medication. You also have the option to choose a specific time, such as, 2 p.m., 8 a.m. What time does this resident take this medication?
10 a.m.
And she gives this one herself?
Yes.
Okay, so then you can put self. Medications that are assigned for them to give, I believe they don't show up on the Today list, correct, Heidi? Or on the Today screen?
Right.
Yeah, because they're giving them themselves, it's not gonna show up for your staff to have to give those. And then your setup, does the nurse review the medications or does she review them herself?
The next,
Both of us do, the nurse and the resident.
Okay. And then you'll need to put an indication as to why she's taking this. What do they have listed the reason why she is taking this?
is that allergy or I take that one, so.
I'm not sure exactly what is her reason for it.
Okay, because fluconazole is an antifungal medication, and it looks like she takes it daily, so I'm not exactly sure. Well, this is a required field. You will need to put something in here in order to save it. And if you aren't sure, you could always, fax the doctor or ask them, and then you can update this later to enter the reason why she's taking it. But you will need to enter something. You could enter a period, just to, get something in that field so you can save it, but you will want to find out why she's taking that and enter the reason, because the surveyors, when they come, they will look at that too.
Okay.
They have to see the surveyor, the government, they have to look there.
Assist is who is giving this medication to the resident, and we will put self here as well. Administration note is not required, but you could make it required if you had something that was an injection or a patch. You could put, have it be required to save or enter what location it was placed in or the injection was given. And then obviously you can change the route if needed. It came over as by mouth from the pharmacy. If it's a psychotropic medication, you could click the box here, antibiotic or controlled medication. And then if it's crushable, if she needs it crushed, you can check that box. Hide on EMR, again, we talked about this a little bit last time. That would be something such as like a glucose testing strip, where you may want it on her medication list so you can get refills from the pharmacy, but the staff doesn't need to sign off on a glucose testing strip necessarily. So that could be one that you would want to hide. But for the most part, all medications would usually not be checked to be hidden. And then you just want to look at these administration instructions and make sure that they are matching what you have, that she's supposed to take 1 tab by mouth once daily. And are those instructions correct there?
Yes.
Okay, then we can save this. You have a resident that you guys have gone in and entered the medications on?
Yeah, JC. Which one?
The one gone?
What do you look at? What do you say?
Leave absent? No.
Which one?
Have you entered medications, like have you manually entered medications on anybody?
Yeah. Let's say JC.
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
We've not done any manual medication entry yet.
Okay.
For what?
That's okay.
Even if you said if you get the medication from Walgreens.
In our times, we've not yet.
Artas medicine, they will push
We have not.
Oh, our task. We did not put all the medication. Maybe she did. Did you put some medication there? Can you see, Anthony, if you have any medication there?
I haven't seen any yet. No, that's why I was asking. And that's okay. You don't have to. We can import them all from Pharmacy Connect. I just wanted to show you what it would look like if you were.
So that is the pharmacy connected. What you just showed me. Don't that is his medication there, but it's not connected yet. Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's connected, and that's what we're doing. We're moving it from this Pharmacy Connect tab to the medication list.
I see. Okay, good. Okay.
So now, and you said she is taking the spray as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So you can look here, it says it's a 50 microgram spray, 1 spray each nostril twice daily. Is that the instructions you have?
Yes.
Okay. So now I just want to show you this. We're not going to merge them, but if you had, see how this says update existing? If I had that spray already in there, see now you can see the medication that we added is available on this drop down. And we would be able to select that and compare it and see if what they have is what we have and if they match up. Now this is going to tell me this is a different medication because one is a spray and one is a tablet. So we're not going to merge these together as one. But that's how you would do it if you did have one that was.
But if the tablet and the other one, no, the same name but it's a different. One is a spray and one is a tablet. Okay.
All right. So that's how you would do that. Now, this medication that you don't know for sure if she's taking, this ferrous gluconate, if you verified that maybe this was an old medication and she no longer takes it, you could click to reject the order, and you can put a reason such as discontinued or whatever the reason is. And you can confirm that, and it just won't add it to her medication list, but it also does not send it to the pharmacy to let them know that you rejected the order. Pharmacy Connect is a one-way communication system from the pharmacy to your our tasks database. But if you did reject the order because it was discontinued, you could then print out a report that is rejected medications, and it would have on there the reason that you listed, maybe it was discontinued, and then you could fax that to the pharmacy so that they could update their list. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna make sure. I thought I'll see if this has been, where you are. Pharmacy Connect rejected meds. Yeah. So that's the name of the report, and I'm gonna enable that for your database here. And we'll have that available for administration and RN. Does that sound okay?
Okay.
Should we put that in your favorites tag so it's a little bit easier to find if you need it?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing over here where it says Pharmacy Connect History, this is going to show you exactly what we did with these Pharmacy Connect medications. It tells you the date it was imported, the medication, the RX number, and it's telling us that we imported it as a new medication. That's the one that I just processed for you. And it tells you that I'm the one that processed it, and then the date and time. Now, if you have these medications listed here, this blue flag with the numbers, if nobody processes those medications for 14 days, they all will fall off of the Pharmacy Connect list here. They're going to be gone from here, and they're going to all fall over here. But you could re-import them as needed. It's just important for the nurse when they see the Pharmacy Connect that there's new information to go in and process that as soon as possible so that you have the most accurate and up-to-date medication list. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Lydia, have you used Pharmacy Connect previously?
No.
No? Okay. Have you entered medication previously into our tasks?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just show you one as needed medication. You know, once you decide what you're doing with these medications as far as updating an existing, adding new, then the rest of the process is very similar to adding medications manually. It's just deciding whether you're updating an existing medication or adding new or rejecting a medication. So it's this one that is on Margaret's as needed medication list, the acetaminophen 500 milligram tablets.
Yes, she has it.
Okay, so we don't have it listed yet in our tasks, so we're going to add it new. And it already defaults here to the as needed. And again, the active date and time, as Jama mentioned, if you wanted this to be able to be seen immediately, you would need to back that up a little bit in time. And then the other thing that's just a little bit different here is, again, adding whether it's every X number of hours as needed or up to X number times a day, X times a day as needed.
You can learn
And
this one from my previous.
so right now, what this says is
That's what she
take one tablet by mouth every 6 hours as needed for mild pain. That's the instructions the pharmacy has. Is that the instructions that you have from the doctor?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay, so I'm not sure why this says up to 1 times a day, but we're gonna get rid of that. And over here where it says up to every 6 hours, we're gonna add that so that it
If you
is
don't want it,
correct.
you have to put the X there. Okay, if you don't need it. If you don't want it.
The system defaults to have either one or the other, not both of these. So this will have an X in the one that
You have to use one of them.
you don't enter. and the nurse reviews those with her. Is this correct that it says she's taking this for mild pain? Is that the indication you have as well?
Yeah, it's for pain.
Okay. What if I can spell correctly? And she does this, does she do all of her medications herself?
Yes.
Okay. This says not required for an administration note, but the system will always require a note for as needed medications, just because we want to know why they're taking it since it isn't scheduled. And then we have our instructions down here. And again, you could check any of these boxes if they were applicable, and then you just click save. So any questions on processing the Pharmacy Connect medications?
How we, in the future, like personalizing how we want to charge them in the system?
If you're putting a new one?
How we want to charge the
She's
system?
asking about pharmacy.
Yeah.
About the pharmacy medication.
No, but
No, I think it's right. So to process them, I go to Pharmacy Connect and look at the medication that is there. If I verify that I have it in, then I will create as new medication.
New app, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Did you want to? Well, you're sharing your screen. It hasn't really been working today. So
I think this time it's gonna be fine because we changed the browser to Chrome.
Okay. Would you like to try? Would you like to process one yourself, and then I can answer any questions that you may have?
And see if you can see it. Where is the share first? Screen.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay,
There,
no,
now
screen sharing. Let me see, and then share. Okay, and then go to here. I hope it's like that. Something's what? No, don't see it. Okay, you see it?
Yes. So now you can go to one of the campuses.
Which one you like? Right there. Huh? Okay, she's here.
And then under profiles at the top, you'll choose residents.
Okay.
And then whoever you have a file up for, or somebody in front of you, if you have Margaret's, we can continue there. And then you can see we still have 17 left to process. We started with 19 on that medication tab there.
So we go here, medication?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
So those are the two medications that I processed for you to show you. And then yes, you can click that Pharmacy Connect. And now you can choose one of those that you have, that you know the resident is taking.
One of them. That's okay.
All right, so then you can see the information at the top of the screen. You want to compare that information, the medication and the instructions, and how often they have it listed there. Make sure that's your active medication. And if it is, you can add that as a new one because we know that we don't have that on our existing list yet.
Okay, so it's scheduled.
Poison waa sun waa geedkan waa in bac la geliya lagu xiraa bacdan halkaas gasha.
So you'll want to compare your order because this one has a bit of a discrepancy because in the instructions it says that they take it twice a month as directed, and then it says it's scheduled daily.
So it's here it shows that one packet twice a month. But I don't know what days that she takes it.
I don't know how about this.
So it's the monthly, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Okay. So
all right,
I was telling you that this medication is scheduled twice a month.
okay. So then we would actually, where it says monthly, we would want to, from that drop down, you would want to choose, do you have certain days that she takes it?
That is what I don't know. Probably we can pick a medication that has enough days, that is more specific. Because this one I have to find out what days she takes.
Well, you could, yeah, and you could put every X days, and if she takes it, say, twice a month, you could do like every 14 days or every 15 days.
Go back. Every X.
And what you would do is you'd want to make the active date the date of the first dose, and then go every 14 days from there, if that makes sense.
Okay. But we don't know what.
Yeah, so if you're not sure what day she takes this, you might want to wait to process this one.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit harder when you're not exactly sure. That way you won't have to go in and correct any mistakes. So maybe we'll just hit cancel on this one. It looks like this particular resident has a few medications that you may need to kind of look into since she takes them herself.
Pick another resident.
Yes. Just put somewhere. But we need it in case somebody need it, stuff like that.
So this is the day. This is for today. This is for today. The time is today, right?
Yeah, that's the date and time that it could be seen on the to-do list on the today screen. And then that's the time you're scheduling it for to be given. And you'll want to assign that to a provider too, for that 8 a.m. So this means the RN is giving the pills.
So the person who gives the pill is the aide, the home health aide.
Okay, so then that would be your overnight. The system has calculated that this is part of your overnight shift because I believe it goes, when we set it up, I think it goes until 9 a.m. Is that correct, John? Yeah. And if you have the indications on the diagnosis list, you can choose that from a drop down. Otherwise, you can free type in the reason if the diagnosis isn't there or the indication isn't there.
I know that he has hypertension and he takes it for his heart. So do you want me to still put the hypertension or for cardiac?
Well, honestly, the doctor will need to give you a, what I used to see come in when I worked at the clinic was the list of medications would come in and they would say, please indicate why the resident is taking each of these medications. Whatever the doctor says that they are taking it for is what you'd want to put in this.
Okay, I know we have that on file, and that file is not where we are. So that's why I can still go back there later. And
yes, but you'll need to enter something in that box to be able to save it. So even if you just put a period or a letter, and then if you just make note that you know you have to go back in and update that once you get the information, then that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay, then we'll save it.
Yep. Perfect, and now it fell off of this list and went onto the current medication list. So any questions about any of these, or any of this process?
So what about if a dose has been complete and we need to discontinue?
As far as on the medication list?
Yeah.
Sure, so let's go, let's just go to the medication list, and where it says current medications.
Current medications.
Yep. And so I'll just show you how you would do this.
Last
So it
week,
looks like it's still
they showed me, so
thinking.
just watch the last video.
So if you click on the aspirin there, see you have these options. You can edit the medication, reschedule it, put it on hold, discontinue.
Okay.
My last week one, she explained me very good, so I just watched that one.
So,
Last week.
What about the other services, medical services? Or we're going to handle that later?
Which handle what later?
Say, for example, changing the Foley, or one of our residents who has a port that we have to change. And
Like the services?
Mm-hmm.
I can set up a time with you, Lydia, to meet. I did go over this stuff with Jama, but it would be good for you to have maybe just a little bit of a refresher. So if you have a date and time that I could meet with you, we could go over everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can call her all the time.